Yo guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink and today's topic is cool jazz guitar comping. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. Good, so I'll show you what we're talking about today. And so on and so on and so on. So what I'm going to show you today is a way you get into the zone of jazz guitar comping. Not so much about licks or stuff, but to get into the zone. First thing is the 2/4 feel. That's the most important thing. We really need to work this out. You know, 2/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because this gives you the internal groove, which makes you to get into the flow. You know, I mean, you can play chords just simple one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be a first step. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. That's really extremely important to get this groove, this laid-back feel. The second thing, of course, you need to know the chords and the form, and therefore we're going to go to close here. Being in the groove and knowing the form are the two most important things you need to know when you do jazz guitar comping, of course. And in this case, I created a backing track. This is a minor blues in C minor. So what do we have of chords? We have 4 chords of C minor, and we're taking the typical jazz chords on the top 4 strings. So this is a C minor. We can optional also take a C minor 9, which will be this one here. The bar in the 8, pinky in the 10th. To make little movements here. And when in the 4th bar of C minor, we go to C alt, C altered. So we're doing this chord here, which looks quite weird. And in this configuration connected to C, this is a C, C7, sharp 9, flat 13. You can also remove this one here, then it's a C7, flat 9, sharp 13. This resolves perfectly to F minor 9 here, 6, 2 bars, then we go back to C minor. Now the next chord is 1 bar of A flat 9, 13, and this is 4, 5, 6, 6, and then the same chord as above comes here again. Now it's G7, sharp 9, flat 13. We're going back to C minor and end up here with another version of G altered. And as you notice, is this exactly the same chord shape as the A flat, but now it's a G7 sharp 9, flat 13. How can this be? It's the configuration. When you learn jazz guitar comping, the chords are mostly quite, you know, a few shapes which you're doing here, but it's related to the bass tone, gives them a different meaning, you know. Like this chord here, or this chord could also be a major 7, as this one is also major 7, but it's also F minor 9. So that's why the shapes are not so hard to do. This makes your life way more easy, and that's why I said the form is the most important second part in the thing. Knowing the form, being in the groove, and then you can start. Let's do this. So you just lay the chords first, and I'm using finger picking here. When it comes to jazz comping, I prefer that, but it's up to you. You know, when you do finger picking, gives this more nudgy sound. So let's do this now. So first thing, you just lay down the chords and stay in the groove and stay in the form. So okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. F minor 7, C minor 7, A flat, G, so that was the form. Now the next step will be you play short chords, long chords, okay? Long, short, long, short, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Okay, so that already helps. You don't need to do much as long when you play a long and a short one, and on the short leg really be like this. That's really cool. Now you can add some cool gimmicks. On the long ones, I love to do this natural chorus effect. I press against the body of the guitar and pull the guitar away. Gives kind of a chorus effect. Did you hear? A natural chorus effect. So on the long notes you make the natural chorus effect, and on the short we do we slide in. You slide half step below, so 1 fret below, you just slide in. So make long, short with the gimmicks. See, it already grooves like crazy. That's really cool. And that's basically, you can do any types of gimmicks as long as you stay in the groove. And what happens to me, you already heard that when you have pauses, you also do this 2/4 here on the strings, gives an extra boost in your groove, and that basically you are ready to go. And now the point is where the rhythm, of course. What is one thing which really makes sense to really figure out is the anticipation chords. So when you play chords, long, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the short one in this case I play on 4 and anticipated means it comes 1/8 note before the bar starts. In this case it doesn't matter because it's the same chord, but if you change chords, then you anticipate the chords. I'll show you. Now comes the F minor. Anticipated. Also here. Also here. Can also make them long. Did you hear they were anticipated on 4 and? And with this, only these figures, you just let it flow and just start moving around with these gimmicks. I mean, technically it's not hard because the chords are really easy to grab. Also to attack the chords is easy, but of course to stay in the rhythm. Well, you can write you can write on your syncopes if you like, but also you just let it flow with the 2/4 feeling. That's how I do it. I sometimes have no clue what I'm doing, but I just try to get into the zone and groove. with these elements. You guys, now we're putting things together. As already mentioned, well, some of you guys probably expect, you know, kind of licks or kind of written stuff. That's also cool if you're this type of musician, you know. But if you're more the intuitive musician and you just want to get into the groove and into the flow, these are the key parts. Get the 2/4 feel down, you know, that it feels like a drum, you know, for you 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. You don't even need a backing track. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You know, that it automatically grooves, that you're the groove machine, you know. And then things mostly just happen. As long as you have and the next thing, of course, you always need to know where in the form you are, and you need to learn certain form shapes. In this case, it's a minor blues. They're often the same. So if you know minor blues or blues, then you know, gives you more inspiration and more intuitive vibes. And then, of course, the techniques, learn the chord shapes. They're really easy to grab. And I can tell they repeat themselves a lot, you know, when you do chord solos on the top 4 strings. As already mentioned, it's the configuration of the chord together with the bass note which makes the definition of the chord, but the chord shape often has 2 or 3 or 4 meanings for the same chord. And that's also one thing. So the mental thing is probably more important than the technical thing here on the fretboard. Yeah, and then you just let it go. What also helps, of course, if you have an inspirational backing track. I play the bass on this. I can tell, well, it's a virtual bass, but but still, if you want to have that backing track to practice this stuff, and also I make tabs available, one version of a written out figure which works. Also has guitar profile there, you can play back the whole thing, listen to how it sounds. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Community. Please join there and become a premium member, also in order to support the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the guitar community. And please share all information to the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing. And let's groove.